So we were talking when we left off about how to speak with your son.
Yes.
And of course, this is information that might be used on your daughters as well, but you choose accordingly. You know your kids best. Let's talk specifically, though, about daughters now, because it might be a different ball game with them. The big thing you say that you need to do first is really think about choosing the right time.
Timing. So this is going to be one that will actually work really well for boys and girls. Timing is everything. And one of the biggest things with timing is our mood.
Okay.
Is our
mood or their mood?
Well, both, but probably even more so parents' mood.
Okay.
Okay, so if parents are stressed, anxious, rushed, heading out the door, kids sense that and they actually don't talk. And so that's why for timing, if I was to kind of poll the audience and find out when is the best time you've actually connected with your daughters, most people will usually say either after school or in the evening.
Okay.
In fact, some of the best conversations for a lot of daughters happen at night, which is hard because parents are tired, they want to go to bed, but kids are so relaxed and they're so kind of in that zone that you actually find that you actually get the best. So the kids are really perceptive on the mood, the emotions of their parents.
Yeah, that actually doesn't surprise me. And you know, my son is only 5 or 4 right now, but we have our best talks with the lights out, and I'm lying beside him in his bed.
Yes.
That's when all this stuff comes out about school.
And no eye contact.
So took my hat, and that's true.
Right?
That's true. But it is a good time. Okay, allow them to vent. This is an interesting one.
Allow them to vent. So this is going to be definitely a difference between, you know, for guys and girls that I've certainly seen. So girls like to vent. Research tells us that women.
Oh, you're shocked,
tell your husband
you're
this.
shocked, aren't you?
I know,
Like,
surprise,
what?
surprise.
Me?
I know. 4 times a day, women talk more than men. So men have no chance, really, let's be honest, right? Like, if you've got a whole bunch of women and a guy tries to enter that conversation, he's got no chance.
No chance.
He's got no chance.
Yeah.
So with
away.
So women, we love to talk, we like to vent. And so for a lot of dads that have daughters, they're like, you know, I just say it seems pointless. Okay, this is what I'll have dad say, you know, it seems pointless, Karyn. I'm like, you're looking at it from the guy's perspective, you're not looking at it from the girl's perspective. Women and girls and daughters, they find it really helpful just to vent, to talk about it from a different angle. And then he said, and then she said, and then he said, and then she said, and it's a lot of information. So a lot of dads might kind of zone out. And so I try to actually help a lot of dads, help them understand that that is their way. They find that helpful.
Right, because, well, we're sort of socialized as communicators.
Right.
So all of these years of talking to communicate means that when you get to adulthood or you're a teenager, talking is your tool.
Talking is your tool.
And I never trivialize it. I think talking is so important, but then again, I'm a girl.
But you're a girl. And so for a lot of, and so for
it's important.
It's really important. And so for dads who have daughters, a lot of dads feel like they're not doing anything when their daughters are venting.
But they are.
But they are. And so they have to kind of almost redefine with what helping is. And you know, a lot of times when dads are listening to the daughters talk, they may want to fix it, but just hold off on the fixing, just let them vent.
Oh, that's good advice. Use storytelling.
Storytelling is fabulous for girls. And actually, I do actually find that's really great for my boys as well. But I will allow, I think it's good for girls to vent, but then actually say, you know, when I was a little girl, blah, blah, blah. And so you want to use your experience and actually share a story that relates to what they're going through. It's very powerful and it kind of connects. Storytelling has really been lost, I find it with a lot of families, but it's very powerful to kind of help us kind of connect to our different experiences. Like, we live in a different generation, but we can certainly think of a story that kind of connects with what they've gone through.
So something you've personally gone through, but you don't want to bore them, though.
You know, as long as it's short.
Okay,
so short,
and it has something to do with what they're going through.
Something that's relatable to with what they're actually going through.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
You know, last time we were on, we were talking about, are you ready to separate, or are you ready to divorce? Oh my goodness, did you get a huge response from our viewers over this segment?
You know, working with CityLine for the last 3 years, I have never received more emails than I did last week. It was unbelievable. Like, once the show hit, they just started pouring in. Like, we're still responding to them. We're still not even through them all yet.
So let me throw out your Twitter, because I get this question all the time. What is your Twitter?
Dr. Karyn Gordon.
At Dr. Karyn Gordon. I also want to mention that we want your stories. So if you did email Karyn and say, I'm going through this, X, Y, Z, we want to talk to you on CityLine.
Yeah, and I will work with you.
Right. So do the emails usually go to you, or do they go to submissions@cityline.ca?
If you go over to my website, so dkleadership.org, send me an email, and we are looking for, I would love to work with couples. You got to be open, and as long as you're willing to be on CityLine, I will work with you, and I will show you how to use the tools to go from a good to a great, thriving marriage.
Very good. Just to make it easy, go to cityline.ca, and we'll make sure we link you through to Dr. Karyn's details, okay? That sounds great. Let's go to break. More coming up.